So as like ethical principles, we have ethical rights also, but these rights are subjected to some of the restrictions that we will see here. So what are these rights? Rights means you, me, and everyone should have these. Human beings should have these rights. Okay, what is that? Right to know. Okay, so this is closely connected to the duty to inform. Okay, so for especially if it is a private of a public organization, for example, you elected the government and you have every right to know what is happening in the government. You have every right. So that is why they passed the RTI, Right to Information Act. Right to Information Act, they passed the Right to Information. We will talk about this Right to Information Act. Actually, this will increase the ethical nature in the administration. Okay, because of the RTI, what are the advantages? It increases the accountability, transparency, and then it will improve. I mean, by that, it will improve the what we call that administration. Okay, and what else we can say? See, if you observe these days, all companies, you might have seen these ads like a data utility, consent or agreements. Starting from the Facebook, Google, everything is sending these messages. You might be getting these messages. Okay. So what is happening actually? So how these people are earning? So when you say something or when you provide your details, then they are utilizing these details to target some of the advertisement. Okay, based on your preferences, your liking, advertisement will select and they pop up in your computer. Okay, that means they are using the data that you provided in their websites. And for that they need to have a consent from us. So that is why these days they are slowly informing. Western countries, especially European Union, they grill these companies, especially the Facebook. And after that they started one by one, disclosing this. That means right to know, you have every right to know what is happening to the information that you are providing in these websites. Okay, that is what here right to know. Like that you can tell so many examples. And what is the right to privacy? Right to privacy is like a right to be left alone. This is also based on a famous US judgment. Okay, so actually the freedom of expression and the speech is very, very powerful in the US. Even they can mock their god or even their president, but still people cannot take away their right. Okay, but whereas in India it is freedom of free speech is always being stifled. This dissent is very much discouraged in the India because of this fringe groups, fanatic groups. Everyone is projecting themselves as a representation of or identification of some particular group or a community. When I say group or community, it could be a particular caste or it could be a particular religion, whatever it could be. They are representing and they are saying that these people hurting their sentiments. Okay, that is how they are stifling the freedom of expression here in India. So right to privacy means right to be left alone. What is the meaning of this right to be left alone? It doesn't mean that he is withdrawing from the society. He is not going away from the society and not having any relation with the society, but it means he or she has the right to choose their choices. What is that? Regarding the clothes or the eating habits or whatever they want, and without harm to the other. With their choices there should not be any harm to the others or the society. Okay, so right to privacy. And here in the case of right to know, you cannot demand each and everything. For example, you cannot demand other people privacy. You cannot disturb. You cannot ask for the information that is very sensitive. Okay, this is subjected to the conditions. There are some organization or the persons whom you can seek, from whom you can seek the information. Why? Because they are answerable to the public. When they are answerable to the public, then you can seek. Or for example, if you went to a hospital and if they are not disclosing the information that they got from your diagnosis, then in that case also you can claim. So it is depending on the situation. What I'm trying to say is it is subjected to some conditions. You cannot ask each and everyone like what is happening in our home between you and your wife, like that. You cannot ask. Why? Because even though here some fighting between these two people, but you cannot ask. Okay, a right to privacy, this is the one, right to privacy. Okay, and here, for example, when I say right to privacy, you cannot do here, what is that? A social policy or community policy. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Actually, this is this is, see, for example, see, on the name of protecting the culture or Indian parampara, samskruti, some people trying to impose their parochial views, parochial or fanatic views. Okay, that means you should not wear the jean pants, or you should not use the mobile phones, like that they are imposing. When using the jean pant and the mobile phone is legally allowed, then what is their problem? Okay, government is there to stop that. In that case, you should respect their privacy and their choice. Whatever they want, they can wear it. Okay, whatever they want, they can buy it. Okay, you cannot say like. Even one more controversy that is happening recently is the beef eating. Beef eating also, if it is in some of the state it is banned. So in that states, if you are eating something, then it is a crime. But whereas if it is allowed in some of the states, then they are free to eat whatever they want. Okay, in that case you cannot infringe upon the other people's privacy. Okay, and then free expression, and here also this is also, actually this free expression in US is unlimited. It is very much protected in the constitution. So here, right to express your opinion, when you express your opinion, you should not be penalized for doing so. If you are when I say that you have a free expression, it doesn't mean that you start blaming or start scolding our neighbors or whoever you don't like. Okay, so you cannot do that. Then there are some safeguards. Okay, what is that article 499 for 500? Okay, that is the defamation related. Now you no need to remember, but in civil services you need to remember those, because you need to, because there are so many case studies will come under it is a descriptive type of questions. Okay, in that case you need to give a lot of examples so that your descriptive answer will look good. Okay, and here you need to don't get penalized for the opinion that you are expressing. And while expressing something, this content, intent and the effect of opinion also very important. Okay, content means if it is a very good content and which is not harmful to the society, then it is okay. Many times what is happening, content, simply you are forwarding, especially with the advent of this social media, which is not controlled by any government. Of course, I am not advocating for the control, but they should have some self-restraint. Not only the social media, even digital media. What is happening? They are simply forwarding the content, without verification, proper verification. Then what is happening? Once I remembered when I was in Bangalore, I think, so there was fake videos circulated against the northeastern people who are working in the Bangalore. Okay, so there was a mass exodus happened from the entire Bangalore to the northeastern countries, employees whoever came. Okay, that is because of this fake circulation in the WhatsApp and Facebook. Okay, so the content is very important when you are expressing something. If it is a harmful content and a good content, then no one will object. But if it is a disturbing the social harmony, then you need to keep some strict vigil on it. And then intent, why you are sharing this. Is it your positive intent or to disturb the society? So this is also important. Okay, if it is not according to the law of the land, then you cannot have this free expression. And the effect of opinion also important here. So these are the ethical rights, but these rights are not absolute. That means without any restrictions, but they have given to the people based on different circumstances, subjected to different restrictions. Okay.